Having a BA, like you're working as a marketing specialist, how do you get, I don't know, in doing interviews, did you get a lot of, oh wow, great for you, you got a BA?
Well, I know it's kind of funny. I think just kind of along the lines of, it's all about who you know, not necessarily what you can do, I think. And so people always ask, like, oh, you can be a teacher, you can do something along those lines, but no. I think the best thing about being a Bachelor of Arts is the fact that it's so broad. Especially being a history major, I think you get so much in terms of writing and research and things like that. But I think the biggest thing is all about how you present yourself and the talents that you have. And so I think that's the biggest thing is when you're going into the job is researching that and saying, these are the talents that I have, and this is what I can bring to this table for you. And I think it's more about just presenting yourself in the light that you need to present yourself. So.
Another thing to keep in mind, I graduated with a psychology degree, and I work for a petrochemicals company. So most of these companies out here have very, very deep training programs, and they pride themselves on that. So you don't have to come into your industry with, for me, a chemistry degree to be in this business. I can come in with a psychology degree, and their training programs are doing that now. Really educate on the spot and start the learning process there.
But for the GPA, for everyone that doesn't have a 3.85, is there really hope out there for us to get in a good opportunity?
I actually just interviewed the new group of new graduates who are going to be coming onto our unit. And so we could look over their portfolio beforehand, and there were a couple of them at 4.0 all throughout nursing school, and we're like, it's really impressive, but we didn't hire any of those people. A lot of times there'll be, a GPA requirement, just you have to have a 3.0 or a 2.5, something like that. But really it's, can you interview well? Are you personable? Can you make eye contact and answer questions?
Yeah, before we came in here, Jason told us that there's going to be a lot of honest and candid questions. So I will give you a very honest and candid response in saying that I graduated with a 2.7. What helped me get my job now is the faculty and staff. They are the ones that contacted an alumni that worked there, and that's who I got my interview through. It wasn't going online, it wasn't going directly to the future employer. It's really relying on all your assets here, your faculty, your staff, alumni, and really branching out and reaching out to that.
I was going to say really quickly, I know we're keeping it short, but my husband, who thankfully is not here because he would kill me, but his GPA was a little bit lower than Fraser's down there. And he graduated with a psychology degree, and now he's in hospital administration at JPS. So, it really is about who you know, and he has a very nice, big personality, so I think, what he said, that will definitely be fun.
As people graduating in May, when would you recommend to start looking for jobs?
Which one do y'all want to go on?
Now?
I was pretty well with my parents. I was taking several classes the last semester of TCU, and I wanted to get really good grades, and I just kind of told them, I will have a job when I graduate, but it probably won't be using my degree. I'll get something, I'll be able to pay the bills, but I just wanted to get good grades and focus on the fact that I was in 21 hours and needing to graduate. And I had just an internship, not making a lot of money when I graduated, but I had it, and then I got a better job. So if you have time, look now, but if you don't freak out.
Well, the reason I asked is because I know that both of us have actually started looking for jobs, and she got kind of offered a job, but she couldn't take it because they needed someone immediately. So I was just thinking sort of time frame, like, is it really qualified?
Yeah. I think you just hit the nail on the head. As a business major, most of my close friends were finance and accounting majors. So they had their offers sealed, signed, ready to go. They knew their direction. A lot of them before fall semester even ended. And I was a marketing major. And I kept thinking, oh my goodness, I picked the wrong major because there's no jobs out there. A lot of people that specifically were kind of in my skill set, they didn't start getting their job offers until after spring break. I mean, people weren't even starting to bring candidates in for interviews because that's just the way that the industry went. So I think doing a lot of research ahead of time to understand the companies that you're applying for, definitely keep your finger on the pulse of what the job market looks like so you can kind of see the ebb and flow of positions that are becoming available, and it looks like companies are going on big hiring sprees. If you know specific places that you might like to go work, call up their HR department and ask questions. I mean, the worst thing that people are gonna say is, I don't have time to talk to you right now, call back in a month. But that's showing initiative, and that's kind of getting you in front of them ahead of time, being very proactive is gonna help you a lot.
Yeah, and if you have the time, internships, I think are key, even in your last semester, and that makes the whole transition from graduation to a new hire position just that much easier.
It's never too early to identify the decision maker though. You know, call the HR department, it's exactly what I did. Said, who handles this? What's the best way to get in touch with them? And I asked them, is there any time I can stop by and introduce myself to? You know, just identify who it is, but I don't think it's ever too early to do that.
Hi, can you give us a ballpark of about how many positions you applied for before you graduated?
I'll be honest. I applied, well, in the way that I applied was because it goes, my application goes to like several different schools, so I mean, probably over 15. Now, how many interviews did I actually have? Maybe half of that. But I'm sure it depends on what you're interested.
I applied with 4 hospital systems and 2 or 3 jobs at each one.
I'm kind of divided. I mean, the job I applied for, the first one, the law firm, I didn't get, but then just the next one, with high prospects, I got that one, so.
I took one chunk of my time and just sent out like 30 resumes and cover letters to I spent months researching firms that I wanted to apply to and making a list and knowing all about them, and I just sent out all of my stuff, and then I got, a handful of interviews from that and just a couple of offers. So, but that was based on my research. I just wanted to learn more about the company, so.
For me, I probably applied for 5 to 7 positions, but what I also did is I took my resume and cover letter and I gave it to some of the most well-networked people I knew. So probably 5 people that I knew had kind of connections and said, hey, here's my resume. Do you mind passing it out to your network? And that's actually where I got my job from that side of things.
If you were, I've been in the job search for a while, and I'm finding that they say you should have 1 to 2 years of experience, or 2 to 3 years of experience. Should you still apply or not apply at all?
I would definitely apply. I mean, they're probably hoping for someone with 3 to 5, but that's kind of like a long shot. I work so that they kind of up it and will accept someone a little bit lower. My position required 3 years of experience, and I had 2 internships, and I got it. So don't be afraid. The worst thing they're going to do is say